Today is the day I head down to the pool. I've been on a holiday for over 2 weeks now, but this is the first day I've been well enough to go to the swimming pool. So I thought I'd take you with me, as it's very exciting because it'll be the first time I've ever been able to get into the swimming pool. So come with me. I successfully made it down the lift. Now just waiting for Mum with the chairs. A bit cold going in that way. I managed about 10, 15, 20 minutes just floating in the swimming pool with my woggles, and it was really lovely. I can't even remember the last time I swam. It was over, well, at least 4 years ago, I believe. A long time anyway, but it was really lovely. It wasn't too cold, although I did get a bit chilly after a while, so I've come to lie on my sun lounger and enjoy the sunshine now. But hopefully I will get to go in the pool again this holiday because I really, really enjoyed it, and that's all I want to do is sunbathe and go in the pool. That was quite an adventure, and I had a wonderful time. It was amazing to float around in the water, but the whole thing is quite palaver, especially, before putting on the sun cream, etc., and then after having the shower, which I find really difficult generally, so having to do that after an activity is challenging. But now I'm safely back in my nice little cocoon in my room, and I've got a glass or a tiny bit of cava, because although I can't really drink, I can have a few sips every now and again, and I thought I would celebrate my achievement today. And I'm just watching a series on Apple TV. Got a free 3-month trial, so that's handy to relax to. So yeah, a big adventure today, even though it was fairly close proximity to the apartment, but still a really big deal for me, and hopefully I will be able to get to do it again soon. So cheers. Hello everybody, we are just headed out on an evening walk around the resort. So down we go in the lift.
Yes, lovely walk.
We're taking first class and not look around us under a magnifying glass, but we got on.
Hola. I don't know if you can see, but across the road are green bushes with white flowers, and they're super pretty. I believe they are bougainvillea. They're probably coming to the end now, but they look really, really pretty as we're walking along the resort. It's so pretty coming down here onto the La Isla. We're just coming round to different colours of buildings, and it's a bit more natural around here. There's a lovely lake we're coming up to. Here we go. just... Oh, someone's got an owl on top of their building. So we've come to the lake in search of turtles, and I just saw one disappearing under those branches. Well, I don't know if you can hear that. There's a bird call. But somebody saw about 20 turtles here the other day. So we've just come to see if we can spot any, haven't we, Mum?
Yes. One's better than nothing.
One that quickly hid under the branches. A total of one turtle, a few birds, and quite a few dragonflies, but they're so quick I just cannot get them on the camera. But they're really, really pretty. It's so stunning here this time of night with the sun coming down. So lovely. So peaceful and tranquil. It's amazing to have something like this on the resort where we are, where it could just all be swimming pools and golf courses. And also round on La Isla we have an infinity pool which looks out over the lake and then across the golf course, and you can just sort of see the mountains in the background, but it is a really stunning location, and I can't get in it because there's no pool hoist, but it is a lovely place to come and swim or just sit and look at the pool rippling out over across the lake. Look how pretty it is with the flowers and then going through to the mountains. Oh, sorry, I was talking to you, Mum.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You were narrating.
We nearly had an accident there. Really, I was just commenting on how pretty it was with the flowers looking through to the mountains. Oh yeah, don't want to bump into that. Oh, well, it's not really a mountain. It's a lump of rock, but it looks very picturesque in the distance. So that was a lovely evening walk around the resort. It lasted a bit longer than I had anticipated, but I really wanted to go and spot the turtles, and I did manage to see the one turtle, which was very nice. Maybe next time we come back I'll get to see a few more. But yeah, now it's time for a later dinner than usual and just rest up for tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to pop out on the balcony tomorrow, which should be really, really lovely as we're nearing the end of our trip now. Morning everybody, it is a couple of days later after my walk and I am just about to go and sit on the balcony for a few minutes, but it is still super hot here in Spain at the end of September. It's about 30 degrees most days, so definitely need to put on the SPF before I head on out there. So I'm just doing my face. I use a mineral sunscreen, and so it can leave a white cast, especially when it's soaking in. I'll show you which one I use in a minute, but please excuse the white face I might have in the vlog for a bit, because even with a tan it does make you a bit pale, which is totally fine. I'm so looking forward to going out on the balcony today. The sun is shining. There's a few clouds in the sky, but that can only be a good thing to give a bit of shade every now and again. Unfortunately, we are going home in a couple of days. We've been here for 3.5 weeks, and to be honest, most of that I've been really ill. So it's been a pretty rough trip, unfortunately. It's just one of those things, just one thing after the other, and I didn't cope very well with the flight, unfortunately, so won't be flying anytime soon again. But yeah, so it's kind of a mix of like trying to make the most of what time I have left here whilst balancing my health. I don't want to overdo it. I need to be able to get on the plane to go home, because my mum's got to be back home for some work commitments. So, and also like getting ready to go home. Mum obviously has to do most of the packing and everything. I can't really help with that. I'm not well enough, but there's always little bits of things to do. So it's that weird place of like, want to enjoy it, don't want to overdo my health, got to leave room for getting ready to get home, got to leave room for my health for actually getting home. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird time, so it's quite difficult, I find, at this point to stay in the moment and be like, I'm on a holiday, I'm going to relax, I'm going to enjoy the balcony, because that's all I've been wanting to do for months and months and months and months. So yeah, I'm going to try and stay in the moment. I'm going to take myself outside with a drink probably and just enjoy lying in the sunshine. And I'll definitely bring the camera out with me to show you the view and see me settled on the balcony. But first, I've got to finish doing my sun cream, and that'll be really, really boring for you guys to watch. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, I completely forgot to show you the sunscreen I use. So I use Upcircle on my face. It's only, unfortunately, SPF 25, but that's close enough to 30. Probably anyway, it's about 1% difference, so you just have to reapply slightly quicker. And they're really ethical brand, and it's a non-nano zinc oxide with a vitamin E facial moisturiser. You can of course use it anywhere else, but I tend to use that on my face because it's nice and thin and it smells, it's lovely, it's very nicely scented, which is lovely. And then on the rest of my body, I've used my trusty Green People 30 SPF, another really, really ethical brand. I love all their stuff. And this is, I'm not sure if this is organic, but this is 59% organic, which is even better than just natural. And it's a bit thicker. It takes, sometimes can be a bit more hard work to rub into the body, but it's totally worth it for an eco-friendly, ethical, body-friendly, healthy sunscreen. So yeah, these are the two products that I mostly use when I need to protect myself from the sun. So I'm just headed out on to the balcony. I was about to try and attempt to say that in Spanish, but then I completely forgot what that word is in Spanish. So sticking with English. Here is a fantastic view. You can even see the mountains today, which is amazing. And then we overlook one of the 12 swimming pools. Some people out there today enjoying the sunshine. It's a bit hot for me midday, even if I was prepared to go for a swim. Actually, it's more like 1 o'clock now, but it's the heat of the day, so I prefer to stick to the terrace this time of day and put up the umbrella that we have for a bit of shade. And I'm just going to sit myself down in one of these La Fuma chairs, which recline right back and are really perfect for me. And I probably will read my book. I'm reading One Last Secret by Adele Parks. I've never actually read her before, and it's quite an intense read, although really easy reading. The subject matter is quite intense, but I'm really enjoying it, or enjoying reading it, and I'll definitely read more of her books in the future. I think if I get through this one, I'm still quite near the beginning, because I was reading The Villa by Ruth Kelly, and I just loved that. That was so good. It's everything I suspected about reality TV shows, how they work, except this one was really extreme. It's a thriller set on kind of a Love Island vibe, but it's a psychological thriller, and the twists and turns at the ends, I knew there was going to be like a really big twist where you thought it was happy ever after some really horrible stuff, then you think, and then I was like, no, there's going to be a twist, and there was, and it was really good. Lots and lots of twists and turns, and trying to work out what's going on, which I think is what a good book is all about. It's not guessing what's going to happen, but trying to guess. So I really recommend The Villa by Ruth Kelly if you want a read, especially if you enjoy watching reality TV shows. It's quite fun to look at the darker side of it all. Yeah, so I'm going to sit back, probably stick my headphones in with some music. I'm currently listening to the soundtrack from The Blind Spot. No, The Blind Spot, it's not called that. I don't know why I said that at all. It's called The Bold Type, and all the series are now available on BBC. They were previously only series 4 available up on streaming channels, and then they just decided not to buy in series 5. Really annoying. But then the BBC bought it all, so I finished watching that after rewatching all the episodes, of course, before watching the final series, because I just love it so much. It'll be the third time I've watched it through, apart from the final series. And the soundtrack is awesome. It's mostly all amazing women, some you've heard of, some you haven't, particularly, and the songs are so good and they're so perfect for when you're just lying on the sun lounger in the sun, or just any time of day really, but I'm really enjoying listening to it in the background while I read my book. So now I'm going to get my iced coffee from inside because I forgot to bring that out, and enjoy soaking up some sunshine while I have a little bit of energy to do so. And finally, after all the preparation and all the little rests in between, I'm sat down with my iced coffee, looking out over the beautiful view and about to enjoy my book. Cheers! Happy holidays!